This man drank a large amount of tap water quietly before every meal. Then he returned to his room and did 300 push-ups. After that, he went back to the cafeteria and stuffed food into his mouth. When the warden came to inspect, the man pretended to cough. In the next second, he vomited all the food at the warden's feet. Several guards quickly took the man to the infirmary, but they did not know that this was exactly the man's trap. After examination, the nurse said it was a water quality issue. The man only needed to rest for a while. At that moment, the man said he needed to go to the bathroom. The nurse reluctantly let another prisoner accompany him, but the nurse did not know that this prisoner was also the man's accomplice. Once inside the bathroom, the man took out tools he had prepared in advance. He quickly pried open the cabinet on the wall. Inside the cabinet was a tunnel just big enough for a person to walk through. They restored the cabinet to its original state. The other end of the tunnel led directly to the tool room. The two placed a wooden frame they had prepared earlier under a vehicle. They hid inside the frame. This allowed them to avoid inspection from the guards' mirrors. When the car reached the gas station, they quietly removed the door panel and climbed out. They then walked to the car waiting outside. In this way, they successfully completed the prison break. But this was only the first step of their plan. The annual racing championship was about to begin. Countless racing fans were placing huge bets, and the vault was full of cash. The man escaped prison to rob the vault completely. To force everyone to use cash, his accomplice also blew up the signal tower with a bomb. Instantly, all the card readers at the racetrack stopped working. Soon, the man and his accomplice entered the underground via a trash chute. After everyone gathered, they started stealing the cash from the vault. The man pushed a plastic container into the pipe. When it reached the bottom, it exploded violently. Then they quickly started a giant vacuum. They sucked all the cash from the vault into the vacuum. Soon, they filled dozens of garbage piles with cash. Seeing the task completed, the man needed to return to prison quickly. They were about to be released from their sentences. If the police caught them now, they would face several more years. Meanwhile, their accomplices inside the prison started to cooperate. They deliberately lit paper in the trash cans, which triggered the smoke alarm. The security guard in the monitoring room received the fire alarm. He immediately ordered the staff to call the fire department. At that moment, the man had disguised himself as a firefighter. He followed the fire truck back into the prison openly. Then, when no one was watching, he removed his disguise and returned to the infirmary. When the nurse came to check, the man was already lying in bed in clean clothes. Even if the police investigated him, he had a perfect alibi. Until that day, the news suddenly reported the theft. The police said they found a truck full of cash at the gas station. The man froze when he saw this. He could not understand how the cash he had taken ended up back in the hands of the police.